Hello, Sagittarius, to another timeless, the love variant reading of yours, where we discuss however love may show up in your life or may not be there, whatever it may mean to you. We just know that if you are here, you possibly have caught a vibe, so something may resonate with you. A few things before we get started. As you may see if you are a returning member to my channel, I am shooting content a bit differently moving forward. I have tied up a lot of loose ends on my end, and I am so excited to hopefully see if I can take off with ether the way I've been planning on taking off with ether. So I hope this is a general collective energy here that everyone kind of gets to like ride the wave on. So I'm hoping that things are going to be wonderful that are to come for all. Okay, a few things is that I am Master 7th who reads these energies for you. I am also a master healer. I only work remotely wherever you are in the longitude and latitude of this whole global phenomenon. So should you feel that I could be of service of any kind, or you're just not sure yet, check out the description box below and there will be some information on how to get in contact with me. You will also be able to browse some of the content below to see whether or not you can understand who I am, what I am, and if you're interested in subscribing into that facet, then please do. Just give me time, and because in due time I will not only share more of content, but I will make more available of how I've changed the game of not also tarot and Reiki. For Reiki, I am a master healer. I am, however, original to the kind of 𝗖𝘀𝗵𝗔𝗽, which Ether has given me, and I'm excited to make it more public. It's been in the works now in my private, and I've ready to get it going. All right, so if you're interested in any kind of way, see if the information listed below is helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Also, browse the information. It should be made available on how to get in contact with me. Okay. I'm also a tarot reader, as you can see. So feel free to also check out the description box below if you would like a reading of some kind with me. All right, Saggy, these messages may offer universal justice if you're here for a Saggy being in your sun rising and or Jupiter position. However, should Saggy be anywhere else in your position that you may know of, then you may be in search of emotional redemption that my sister channel can also very much trigger and provide. So again, description box below will have an onslaught of info down there for you to browse and see if your curiosities are met with whatever it is that you are in search of. Feminine and masculine energies are non-gender specific, and past, present, and future energetic timelines could always come forth. Ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between, please remember that, to use your discernment, to take only that which belongs to you. For this is a general, collective reading. To make it more personal, please reach out. Okay? Or to the plethora, I can't speak, the plethora of other resources out there. This is storytelling time, and see whether or not we can catch a vibe for yours, or close to it. All right, Saggy, let's get into your reading. There's a lot of sadness. Someone's deeply burdened by a former relationship. Ooh, I feel it. Whoa. And it has 222. It has perpetuated itself to bring you nothing but having had unlocked that Pandora's box to yourself. You didn't know there was something hidden of yourself, and Ether was like, all right, this is it. Our person's not getting it, so we have to make him or her, them know how serious it is for them to get back to themselves. And it took a fascination of something outside of you to wake up and realize never to give yourself as much as you have to that thing that has ruptured you open. I see some of you are also struggling with some sort of addictions. I don't really always like to say feel free to like reach out to me. At the same time, it's not about missing an opportunity. It's just making myself very loud and clear that I can be of service, and we never have to meet in that regard. So keep that in mind. If anyone is struggling deeply or is thinking about doing things that would diminish giving life force energy to you, let's see if I can be of assistance. Because if I can reach this far and I've not met you and I felt this much, you're too golden to not be felt and not be spoken about. Because I can feel whatever I'm feeling all the way over here, and it hurts like hell. My heart is hurting. And whatever is hurting, know that if I can hurt, and it's not of me, but I can feel the pain, imagine the shit that you can get through by removing this pain. And we're not removing it so that your mind no longer accepts the fact that it has happened. It's more so allowing yourself to understand that you can get through this as well. Every choice that has gotten you where you are today is all the choices exactly needed to learn the lessons that you do and the lessons that you still have yet to learn. But whatever this shit is, there's someone else that is responsible for having given you that thing that you can only latch onto that and think that can give you the solace and the break and the checking out that you need. The next high. The next drunken episode. Okay, moving on. I see butterflies. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm seeing like blue butterflies. I'm seeing giraffe. These are symbols, however they may speak to you. Okay. I'm hearing the name Jaden. And Ashley. Alcohol change. So switch up the alcohol. This is a bit random, but it's tied to a bit to the energies before. There is a thing about like alcohol being bad for you, and then there's alcohol that can be a good time. Let's keep it simple. Dark liquor, no. Clear liquor, yes. Okay. Starches, no. Plants, yes. So if it's like vodka, no to vodka. Yes to tequila. There's a huge cry out for wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard, wanting to be felt, wanting to be saved. consider yourself already being seen? The saving is up to you. All right, we're going to go into cards. Four of Cups flying out. So you want to be saved, you want to be seen, you want to be gifted something, and the ether is going to come in, because what you do not see is your energy right now. You are a fire element. You are so blown up with anger and pain and just masculine energy, non-gender specific here, but it's masculine energy, and this masculine energy is fucking tired. It's fucking tired. It is done. It does not want to pick up another thing on its own demand and say, I told you so one more time. Okay, so I'm dealing with someone here that's highly spiritual without them really knowing, because there's an uncalled answer, there's a feeling that's uncalled for here. Like, you feel, it can be also very literal. Like, some of the disputes, the debacles, someone is like reminding you that, you know, your attitude is uncalled for. And then you're like, what? You're like taken aback, right? But at the same time, you're having like an existential crisis within yourself, because you're like, my feelings are valid. Like, however I express them is the way that I express them. You're just dealing with someone who doesn't appreciate the way that you express your feelings. So there's a debacle in that. You know, it's a power struggle between two different characters, kind of like meshing with one another. This could be child to parent, parent to parent, stranger to stranger at the end of the day. Okay, this is about the force of object in itself. Now that's because ether is trying to get to you, Sagittarius, because Sagittarius, you are a natural born alchemist. Okay, you have a talent without being able to exactly express how this talent comes about. That's where you have been created, and you've been pushed out, and you've been told you're a Saggy and go take the reins. Okay. So, yet at the same time, it could be so part of an identity that you never really question the definition of that identity, and that comes with having to struggle in figuring out who you are. Because people see you for who you are, but at the same time, you don't know who you are. And what you do feel, though, at the end of the day, is that you feel a lot. You feel a lot. You feel so much that you look at your past relationships, and you know that given the way that they reacted, and whether it's positive or negative, that there's a lot of emotions haven't gone into that relationship, that interaction of some kind. And now that they've all kind of like disintegrated and are either disrupted or no longer in your life, you feel left out, that there's something missing about you, that you're not getting it right, that you're not seeing things clearly, and it's really not the case. That's not the case at all. It's just your reality. It's more or less 99.9% convinced that it is something wrong with yourself, because you need that 0.01% to try to teach you that you're in control of everything, even up to the 99% of the perspective being wrong. And that is one of the vicious ways that the ether can try to bring more chaos to the mind, so that the mind realizes what it's supposed to do. And what it's supposed to do is process information, not get stuck on repetitive information. So to go through that lesson is an all-encompassing thing, and that's what's happening with Saggy energy at this time. Pushing all elements to who you are and getting you to that last resort, so that you understand how precious you are. The major difference, I think, here for like Saggy and Virgo, is coming up for me to talk about it here, is that Virgo can self-sacrifice. Saggies will not self-sacrifice for themselves to get to this lesson. A Virgo is like, throw me in the fucking sucker. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna like uproot out of that black hole. And that would come to a surprise for a lot of people. Like, it might come to a surprise for a Sagittarius to hear this about a Virgo energy, because Virgo does this in silence. The reason why you don't know about that is because Virgo doesn't bother in letting anyone know about their inner turmoils, their inner dialogue that happens at all times. They have absolutely no interest to share that with anyone. And it's to their benefit more so than it was ever to their demise. And this time is pushing that narrative. That's why a lot of you are probably like wondering why Virgo gets a lot of support, or why Virgo is the one to be the supportive in the community of reading tarot, is because they're just immediately inundated with personal sacrifice. And it's so bestowed in a way that no one will understand what that fucking looks like. And that's the lesson to kind of take away. This is for someone who, I guess, kind of knows about this. I don't know why I'm talking about it. But it's the need to understand the choice of a sacrifice, not pushed into a sacrilegious situation and you're like, oh, fuck, I have no choice. It's more so, I'm willingly going to take everything that I have and go into this situation and sacrifice myself with it. Even if you thought you had nothing to lose. Yeah. Anyway, we have the Six of Wands followed by the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Pentacles. Okay? So, yeah, whatever it is that you have come from, all right, it's really pushed you to the core of being vulnerable. And that vulnerability is now being focused on. Okay, and we're at that 0.01% at this moment. You know, everything else is 99.99. We're at that focus of that 0.01%. This is what that 0.01% looks like for you. 100%. 100% vulnerable, ready to go. She has 2 wands in her hand, 1 in each hand. Okay, so this gives me, I'm ready to take my own shit into fucking hands. Is she? She's held on to it. You know? She's been wondering about it. Give me a sign. What is the sign? What's the sign? You know, some of you are like, oh, that kitty cat. Yeah, that fucking kitty cat. What did the kitty cat tell you? What did the kitty cat tell you? You know? And whatever it told you, it gave you this feeling. It pushed you and is pushing you to the 100% of the 0.01% that you are right now. Vulnerable, confused, suffering, and sacrilegious. But where is it taking you? 6 of Wands. It's putting you on a pedestal, quite literally here with a horse. You're not naked. You're cloaked. You're royal. You have a crown. One that's been made with hands. People have thought of you, made it, and wanted to give it to you because they want to see you anoint yourself and see the one being anointed. A leader in the making. A leader being a leader. Because a leader has not forgotten who he is leading, because he does understand what he has to lead. If you've got to your position without pain and sacrifice, have you learned anything? People will look around you and listen to what you have to preach and be like, you say a lot of things, but have you experienced anything? And you're going to be, because you're at that 0.01%, you're going to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I experienced a lot of fucking shit. I experienced a lot, and this is what I have to say. And however you want to talk about it, whenever you want to talk about it, however you want to talk about it, whomever you want to share your story to, it's going to come up as the opportunistic moment for you to recognize that that is the moment that you can give your all to. And that's when you've sacrificed, wanting to put yourself 100% in the 0.01%, whatever that brings. So let's see what it brings. Let's see if that focus of that 100% focus to the 0.01 percentage brings you anywhere. It's going to bring you somewhere. I'm feeling it's good. Let's see what the cards have to say. Flying. Okay. Ooh! Ooh, I like it. It's going to be somewhere good. Hey. We have the Empress energy, all right? Fantastic. My heart just exploded, okay? My heart just exploded. What do I have to say? What do I have to say to this? I don't have to say shit. I don't have to say shit. And some of you are like, all right, say it, because I don't understand what these cards are. You sure? Close your eyes for a second, and then live in that moment of what you're feeling. Close your fists. Close your hands. Keep your eyes closed. Open them up. Open up your eyes. And then wonder whether or not you don't understand the messages of this reading. I'm not going to say anything to that card. I'm moving forward. There's nothing to be said. There's absolutely nothing to be said. You want to know? Then you took it personal and reach out. Ladies and gentlemen, all those in between and beyond. I mean, hello! 4 of Wands here. I said that she's holding 2 wands, one in each hand, because she comes from something. She was wondering where she's coming from. Give me a sign. Some of you heard the sign earlier when I said 222, felt it. Reading signs and synchronicities. This is why some of you love tarot. Some of you read tarot, understand the message of the Empress, and now understand in full disclosure whatever this may mean. And it's, yes, going to remain this ambiguous because this is a collective writing. Where you are and to what rod is yours, that's up to your own very storytelling time to define that for yourself. Is it in the ether for it to be grabbed? All these ambiguous questions. Open-ended questions. Are we going to answer them? Are you going to keep me in limbo? Oh! Did we see that fucking card fly out? The devil. The devil. So many people are so afraid of this card. Love it. Alright? I love that y'all get triggered. There is so much. This is a card, y'all. This is a card. Do you know that there are other things to be really dangerous about? Like extremely dangerous about that this little card cannot do. But the things that we get to be triggered by, ooh, it's just as poignant as this. Ooh. And just as, ooh. Someone like myself, Master 7th, who reads these energies for y'all, anyone that's under my neck of the wing has to incorporate light and darkness. You're not going to get anywhere if you're just like a light seer, all right? Or you're just like somebody that dabbles in the fucking ritualistic shit to try to get the goods to come out at all times. Yeah, that's like only harnessing on dark energy, okay? We mix the two around here to get better results. Ultimately, I'm not going to say that, but you want results, you do both. You do both. And why is it out? Because if you're also somebody who's returning listener to my channel, you may have come across the Devil series where I talk about the devil. And the devil is an energy of your ego that doesn't know if it's operating of light or of darkness, so wants to play a game. What kind of game have you been playing when it comes to understanding the euphoria of this card, the Four of Wands? However this message relates to you, some of you feel that you were bound to meet your twin flame, bound to meet your soulmate, bound to meet your divine counterpart. Yet there are so many ways that the life that you're embodying and being around is not exactly aligned to that shit you have in the background saying, woohoo, there's shit still that I'm curious about. I just don't understand how far that curiosity is taking me, or if it's somewhere that I'm supposed to go towards. But there's like a volume of shit back here that's like reminding you that, oh, there's more, okay? And you can't really identify it, but there's certain things that happen, and what certain things that happen is life. You know, maybe you're dating and you're really liking this person that you're dating, and you see it going well. There's nothing wrong innately with this individual. Like, you may even like be roommates with this individual, you know, and you want things to work well. I think what you're forgetting is that you're almost like a natural shapeshifter. You can blend with people fairly easily. That can also happen to your downfall. You might convince yourself that the person that you're shacked up with is your divine counterpart, without you actually really realizing that the person is actually someone who is going to be the one to get you ready for the one. Right now you have to figure out the one, and the one is yourself. And we're not at the number one yet. We're at the 0.01. And since it's at the 0.01, you are pretty much under the ground and earth energy, and you're waiting for things to come to you so that you can bring creativity out. What you're not realizing is that you are the light being under this ground. You're like the sunshine under earth. And you are meant to take something from these experiences so that when you come out of the ground, you have a sense of, holy shit, that you more or less are going to realize in that moment, I'm somewhere else. I'm somewhere else. Whether it's to your acknowledgement that it's out of the matrix, a Kundalini awakening, I'm going to leave it there. Because this is a collective reading. A collective reading. It's a fucking collective reading, ladies and gentlemen, all those in between and beyond, all right? Please remember that. All right? Don't be fooled. But there are good things. Let's see how good, with the devil coming up and keeping things interesting. Ooh, very interesting. The 8 of Swords. Ether is wrapping you up. Mummifying you. Completely mummifying you to really understand this energy that's surrounded by this energy. However which way you want to tag team these shits together, okay? Ether is bounding you up. Because I said, you're a light species under the ground. So you are being covered up, okay? Some of you, this ties into your feeling of what I said earlier in the beginning of the reading, all right? Where it's suicidal ideations, you want to black yourself out, like that kind of shit. All right, you want to be blacked out? Let's black you out the ether style, all right? Ether style is very similar to this kind of style. Wrap you up all the way nice and tight. Nice and tight. And then we're going to blow shit up. Because then the birthing process happens, right? The birthing process happens. 2 of Wands. You've mellowed yourself down to understanding the message of this. She's holding what? 2 hands, 2 wands, 1 in each hand. the birthing process that is high up in the clouds. This is a major arcana. This is an opportunity. This is opportunistic. And the tightly bound mummification of the lesson to get you nice and excited, but not dazed and confused and idiotic, is to teach you this lesson of the Two of Wands. It's not about having full disclosure at all times. It's trusting the nautical compass to which way you decide to bring your focus on. That includes also people. And once you make a decision to focus on one, it means letting go of the other. You should not hold on to both, however that may mean to you. For most of y'all, it's not hold on to both relationships and then see which one gets better and then finally let go. No. So what the past relationship, for those of you who have resonated with that, what that will do is, sorry, I have like my phone here, I'm like, bzz, bzz, is whatever energy we read in the beginning of the reading that is being pushed further into this reading, is that whomever you had to let go of or letting go of, they're pushing you into your high absolution of meeting you with your higher self, because you're going to be pushed to have this kind of vision. You're in the air, quite literally in the clouds, having to align to this vision, that you are a person of this human experience on this globe. And only after that recognition do you then zoom out and realize you have this perspective. And there is a lesson. Yeah, there's a lesson here with the strength card. There's an aerial view of your higher self. And then the devil moments ago triggered your ego, understanding how emotionally it made you feel, coddled you up so much so that it mummified you in a stance, just to be able to teach you that's emotion being emotions in check. And that's ultimately all part of the long-awaited game of how to build a better relationship with you and your intuition, your choices, the things you will give gratification towards, the things you bring gratitude, the things you bring gratitude towards, and the things you also take for granted, because the things that you take for granted are showing up as not being allowed to exist in your world and you not giving it compliment to. Having an aerial view is to have an aerial view over everything. Let's see where we're at here. Fire. Oh, yeah, I mean, do I know at the end of the day what you're in search of within this reading? No, because I haven't A-lined to you and you haven't A-lined to me to make that crystal clear, okay? However, I do understand here with the Nine of Wands that you're having some sort of PTSD with whatever happened in the past. I think the major lesson, though, with this head being wrapped here, is that that speaks on the power that the 0.01% has for you, ready to go. It's powerful. Does it need a little bit of healing right now to get to a 1? Sure. But it will not take as long to get to a 1 as it did to get to the sufferings of 99.99%. Interesting. Alright. Let's move on to another deck. See what kind of cards we got. Goddamn devil is back again. Fucking love it. Remember they're talking about the mummification shit? Yeah, man. High valuable times. How can we... I got done saying that it will not take as long for the 0.01% to get to that 1 as the 99.99%. And the quickest way for you to understand that is to meet your ego and learn that the inner inertia that's in charge of this ego that resonates with this message can teach the ego whether or not it's operating for the person's behalf of their darkness or of their light. Doing that is being able to make wiser choices while entertaining all aspects of self. So not one ever gets lesser attention than another. Ooh, shit just got real serious. No, shit just got real serious. Six of Wands, victory. 8 of Wands, swiftness. We just said that, right? It's not going to take as long for you to get to that 1 being in a 0.01 percentage. What does it take? 3 of Swords, sorrow. Do we understand being mummified in this bullshit so that you see how wonderful you truly are, because you're actually very important. See how this is light and this is at the bottom, darkness? It kind of speaks of that earth energy where you're the light needing to go underneath, and you're suffering right now because this down here isn't your environment. It's what's to come that is your environment. But this down here has to make you ready, because this down here will be the foundation to what this wants to be. So you're communicating with your future self while talking to your past and being right here, right now. That's amazing. That will make sense for whomever the fuck it wants to make sense for. All right. I'm being told to leave the messages where they are, Saggy. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. If you want any of my services, check out that description box below. And I look forward to making your acquaintance, whether it be of a session or of 𝗖𝘀𝗵𝗽 or a tarot reading of any kind. I'm wishing you a wonderful one. Keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.